Timing, one of the most essential elements in martial arts. Alright, so today we're going to talk about retreating timing, okay? And basically what this is this is any moment when the opponent is attacking and defending, whatever. Usually in a backwards motion or during the finishing section of that movement. So why does no one train this? Well, there's many reasons why, but one of the main simple reasons is they simply don't know about it. You know, what if you don't know something, how can you know something unless someone brings it up to you? Another reason would be disengaging. So basically during any sort of practice, especially non-cooperative work, you might unintentionally or subconsciously perform some routine thing or like patterns. Like even touching gloves can technically be something like that, but this can happen in the beginning or during the end of the practice, whatever. Another reason is because of the way this timing works. So usually, to keep it simple, I'm going to explain this timing from punching. So usually after somebody finishes, their punch, whether it be just after the pullback or pullback and step back, whatever, each martial art is different and each individual is different. So how they respond, how they train to respond, whatever the theories or ideas, whatever. Usually it's complicated and there's no one size fits all because anything in the moment can happen. So yeah, another reason being the instructor decides it's not that important to practice, which to each their own. Okay, now before I get into some examples of drills that you can practice by yourself or with a partner, mostly partner drills for now, keep in mind that the training is on you to make it effective, and you can't just spend one day training this and say you're a master at this timing, and same thing with that, you can't just, grab your friends, replicate the same thing without keeping in mind what you're doing or, how you're responding, you can't be willy-nilly with your practice, you need to be intentional. So yeah, on to the examples. The first example is from a single punch. You parry the punch, and as the opponent pulls back his hand, you step forward in. Of course, this is just a drill, so going back and forth. Alright, next one is where the opponent is shooting his arms forward and pulling him back. The arm contact isn't necessary. You can do this drill without it. It practices the same thing, but in this example, we were using it. Here are some applications from a double punch. Basically, the opponent punches, and as he pulls his fist back to his guard, basically just go in for some attacks. Here are some more application examples of just when the opponent punches. Another drill you can do and practice is without arm contact, is when you guys are out of distance but the opponent is in hitting range with the arm extended, like showing or signifying a punch, and as he pulls back his hand, he also steps back, which you would step forward to, and then just resetting and going back and forth. That was retreating timing. Hopefully you learned something out of that. But don't just take my word for it. Explore the idea, explore the training drills, and yeah, hopefully you found something of use.